covering the northern Bahamas. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Officers of the Grand Bahama Red Cross Society paying a courtesy call at the office of the Prime Minister this morning. Officers meeting and discussing plans for this year's hurricane season with Minister of State for Grand Bahama, Honorable Kwesi Thompson. The Red Cross continues to play a key role in assisting residents in the time of need, and Minister Thompson commended the officials for their dedication to helping others.
On behalf of the government, applaud you for all of the services that you have done in the past and that you continue to do and that you are committed to continuing. And we also want to reiterate the message that you are sending out, which is the message of being prepared. There is one thing that we in Grand Bahama, I believe, take serious, and it is hurricanes. We are prayerful that there are no hurricanes this year, but while we are being prayerful, we also want to be prepared.
With just 6 weeks left before the 2018 hurricane season, disaster manager Patrick Ferguson took the opportunity to urge Bahamians to prepare for what is predicted to be a busy hurricane season.
We drive around the city, we still see tops on some homes, so it's now time for you to go on the outside, take a look at your property. If there are any high trees around, cut them down, and make minimal or major repairs to your resident. And also, if you go to the food stores, buy some canned foods and just put them aside. You can start stocking up on water supplies. Make sure you have a first aid kit. And every home should have a first aid kit. And you should also have a disaster plan for you and your family.
Over 100 girls committing to sexual purity during the Princess Court pledging ceremony on Saturday on board the Grand Celebration Cruise Line. Italia Hall was there.
The organization was formed 11 years ago to influence teenage girls to remain sexually pure before marriage in order to lower the percentage of teenage pregnancy in the country. The ceremony began with the introduction of the members of the Princess Court. Executive Director Stephanie Barrow says over 1,000 girls have passed through the program and the organization now has 1,500 girls registered.
For the 11 years, our statistics show that we have had over 50 leading ladies, and today we have 52 present. We have had 22 prefects in school, 5 head girls, 1 policeman, 5 teachers. We have 21 princesses in college. We had 1 Miss Grand Bahama. We had 6 students that were nominated Student of the Year. We have 30 participating churches and 16 participating schools.
Guest speaker, President of the Senate, the Honorable Kay Forbes Smith, telling the young girls to learn more about what love is, what sex is, and when it is appropriate. She also encouraged them to order their steps.
And that helps us to be as successful as we would like. What am I talking about? I'm told that the focus of the Princess Court is to encourage young women and girls to understand the issues with teenage pregnancy and the need to make good decisions about sexual activity. If my mother was here today, she would probably say, the decision is say no. And as teenagers, your decision really should be say no.
Smith says too many young women are having children before they have ordered their steps in their lives.
I didn't start out saying, when I went to high school or when I went to primary school, I wanted to be the president of the Senate. Someone thought that I had done some things in our community, in my life, in my work life, and thought that I would be suitable to be president of the Senate. And I believe, for the most part, my steps were ordered in my life. I'm not saying that I didn't make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And I'm sure I made many mistakes. But the point is, you must focus on your education You must listen to what your parents are saying. You should be listening to what the leading ladies and Minister Stephanie are teaching you in this Princess Court.
Following her address, first-time princesses were presented with their pearls. It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.
And now it is time to Ask the Doctor.
PW asks this question: can using weight loss products lead to eating disorders? Eating disorders often develop in the teen and young adult years, although they can develop at other ages. Symptoms vary depending on the type. Anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder are the most common types. Today I will discuss anorexia, which is a potentially life-threatening eating disorder characterized by an abnormally low body weight, intense fear of gaining weight, and a distorted perception of weight or shape. People with anorexia use extreme efforts to control their weight and shape, which often significantly interferes with their health and life activities. When you have anorexia, you excessively limit your calories or use other methods to lose weight, such as excessive exercise, using laxatives or diet aids, or vomiting after eating. If you are severely underweight or malnourished, hospitalization may be necessary, particularly if there are complications from the eating disorder that affect the major organs of the body, like your heart, liver, and brain. Long-term treatment involves therapy, medications, and other treatments that help to control obsessions and urges relating to food and that control depression and anxiety. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Don't go away, Ricardo Lightbourne is up next with a check on sports.